Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and today we're looking at Batman 3, Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. So this is awkward in that there was some DLC that I just missed for Lego Batman 3, which any Lego game full of DLC is a problem in itself. And yeah, I recently just played another Batman game, so I figured I'd catch up and finish this game with that DLC. Lego Batman 3 in itself is not so much a Batman game as it is a Justice League game anyway, so this DLC may have very little to do with that. We're in a weird position because it's now 2021 and this save slot is from 2016. Telltale Games, which is a subsidiary of Warner Brothers, is in a weird position because Warner Brothers itself is in the middle of being, I believe, acquired by Disney. And they've also been working on making a full reboot of the Lego series, probably because they're remaking all of the Lego Star Wars games, and that was their original Lego games. So it would be many, many years before they got around to making a new Lego Batman series, unless they just call it Lego Batman 4. And on top of that, they're also working, they're behind schedule by all appearances to make the remake of Lego Star Wars. So, yeah. We may not see another Lego game for a while, so now is probably a good time to jump back and try and play some of the other games. Also, since 2016, I have built a completely different computer, which does not have that micro stuttering issue that I whined about for nearly every Lego game. Let's see. So yeah, we shouldn't be seeing any micro stuttering. This is an AMD computer with a GTX, I believe, 1080 graphics card. And I think it had more to do with moving from an Intel CPU to an AMD CPU than it did have to do with moving from a 970 GTX to a 1080 GTX graphics card. Having just played Batman Arkham City, it is somewhat nice to be able to see Batman in its regular depiction, but it also still seems a little dark, so I might want to turn the brightness up. This game is so open to everything, I guess we're just gonna have to figure out what levels we have done and what levels we haven't. Like, yeah, we may have to go to the moon base. Like, honestly, the only way I even know that we haven't done some content is because I know some achievements haven't been gotten, and I would have gotten all the achievements for sure. Let's assume it's this one and this one. That looks new. And then this one. And then this one. Yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense. Okay. So we could start with Batman's 75th anniversary, or Dark Knight trilogy, or we could start with Arrow and the Squad. It's going to be a little bit out of order, but I think I just want to do 75th anniversary. Yep. Oh, and I guess I could have just hit A on any of these and we would have seen that we have them. Alrighty. Well, here's the problem. I think it would be probably easier just to start with the Dark Knight trilogy and then go in circles and end on the 75th anniversary, and then we'll probably have to go through the levels twice. So let's do Dark Knight trilogy instead.
Hello. You all settled in?
The fact that they didn't leave this DLC for a
My name
Batman
is
4
Let me get you up to
is
speed, son.
kind of
Rachel,
sucky,
Bruce's ex,
because
has
I don't
herself a
know
new
how
man.
much.
Poor Bruce. I really thought they'd last the distance. I even got myself a new hat. This fella, Harvey Dent's got himself into a right pickle. He's only gone and passed himself off as the Batman. Dent the Batman? He's having a laugh. I mean, he's a big
I don't even know
man,
who
but he's out of
Rachel is
shape.
supposed to be,
For Bruce, this
as
is
far
a
as an
full-time job.
ex-girlfriend of
With
Bruce
Harvey Dent
Wayne.
setting himself up as Bane, it wasn't long before the Joker made himself known. Blimey, stands out in the crowd, doesn't he?
And that seems like a weird voice actor for Alfred. Alright, so we are playing as the Joker dressed up as a nurse. We have the modifier already here. So, like, it's been a long time, so I'll have to figure out, like, what button even does what. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to probably miss some content. Yeah, it seems like they may have gotten the voice actors from the Dark Knight trilogy here. Sound effects feel really off. Where are we with the audio? Yeah. These extras and all of that we would want left on. And actual options. Like, it probably would behoove me to turn the music off for content ID reasons, but we'll leave that alone. Video settings. Brightness. I don't know if I really want to turn the brightness up any. Because it really feels like it's just going to wash that out anyways. So, it would feel like we're supposed to be breaking something, and I guess we're supposed to be breaking this. It's been a while since I played a Lego game. Yeah, and I guess we needed more components that got knocked off the edge. There we go. Alright, we built a thing so that we can then blow up the police as the Joker. It's kind of weird trying to integrate the Dark Knight trilogy movie.
Down the Joker, but it was just too much for them. Even their fancy helmets and bulletproof vests appeared to be no match for his nurse's uniform.
Yeah, and this is supposed to, I guess, just be comedic, and I guess that's understandable since this is a kid's trying to make what were rated R movies into more kid-friendly content. Now we've got a bazooka, which Lego does not like real-world guns at all. They pretty much don't allow them, but they obviously have been more willing to break that rule lately than they would in the past. No tanks, no weapons of
war. If he ever
war.
tries a ridiculous stunt like this again, I think Dent will plan for lower speed chases. Hang in there, my son. Batman's on his way.
Oops. Let's see if we can fling ourselves towards that collectible, that mini kit. Most Lego games now don't even have mini kits in them at all. Yeah, I don't think I can reach that. So there have been several elements over time now that have become passé for Lego games, and that as they've tried to put in more different gameplay mechanics. Nice little cutscene. Nice to see a cutscene in engine, not just stutter like crazy. Alright, well that's gonna make that easier. We'll build something else. It's weird to play as the bad guy in a kid's game, but whatever. Like, in all fairness, Lego games are just all about breaking things. Right, so we've now got a weapon. That automatically just attacks the Batmobile.
I don't know. I don't know. What's Rachel thinking about this fella? Who am I to tell her? I've heard this guy can be a bit insincere. A bit... what's the expression? You know, too fit. Is that a bazooka? Go on, Master Bruce, get in there, son. Oh, Bruce, not another car.
These are just very
This
comic
dead
booky.
character. I mean, with all due respect, he isn't a patch on Master Wayne. Underneath all that rubber and armor plating, Bruce is a very sensitive guy. Not a lot of people know that.
So I guess in the story,
Bruce, you were only supposed to
Rachel,
blow the Lego doors off.
like, I
Well,
guess
what you know, Gordon's alive.
in the Dark Knight trilogy,
It's just as
Rachel
well,
is dating
because Batman
Two-Face.
needs some help to dig the
Harvey
Joker
Dent.
out of the rubble. Although most of the plan had to be improvised, Bruce felt confident that the exact parts he needed would be found conveniently close by.
And I have no idea what like bat skills we have, so we probably would need different bat suits. This game was also the last game to really have the concept of bat suits instead of just different characters with different abilities. Batman specifically was unique in the fact that you probably didn't want to play as any other character than Batman, and inherently that is always the problem with a Batman game, is that
Suddenly,
everybody's going to want to
Batman
play
and
as
Gordon were
Batman.
attacked by the Joker's goon brigade. If only they'd had some sort of crime-fighting sidekick to help them.
We don't have the ability to transform at the moment, so we're just not going to be able to get everything. Here we have mines as the bad guys. Let's see. And since you already have the score multiplier on, because you already played the main game, that challenge is eliminated. There's a Robin hole, or actually I think that's a Plastic Man hole. But obviously I can't hit that. Doesn't seem like I can hit that. You can pull this with the grapnel or whatever gun
The
it
Joker's
is.
voice was muffled under the rubble, but I do believe he was trying to tell Batman how he got his scarf. It's strange because I don't remember him wearing one.
Notice how they're making a joke around the idea of the sequence in the Dark Knight trilogy of the Joker telling a different reason that his face is scarred to different people. It's pretty impossible to get into playing a Lego game years later. I would have been much happier with a remake at this point, 5 years later. And I think Lego games in particular kind of need that more than even anything else. They need remasters for a better engine, they need an upgrade for new consoles, because it is going to be a very console-based experience. Nope, can't jump down there, apparently. So yeah, I would have probably at this point enjoyed just starting over from the beginning and working my way up. Yep. And with all the arrows pointing you in different directions, it's kind of hard to tell where I'm supposed to be going or what I'm supposed to be doing. I guess this is the
Batman continued to build.
ladder.
The Joker asked him, "Why so serious?" To which Bruce replied, "I'm Batman. I'm always serious."
Oh yeah, and I forgot we have this whole
fully answered his question.
Like scanner technology that I don't even know how that really would work here. Can I break this with holding down the B button? No, I don't think so. So I imagine you're just supposed to jump here. Yeah. I am out of practice. Yep. I have about 3 more Lego games that I haven't covered. And at that point I pretty much have played them all. Which will be a sad day, certainly, until they come out with some new ones. But also, like, until they actually do something new with the Lego games, it had gotten very played out, to say the least. We're supposed to be building this, right? Let's see what our other guy, like Jim Gordon's ability, would get him around to. Almost certainly, if I was playing this more recently, I would know what I'm supposed to do. But I'm not really saying anything. So, yeah, blowing up that guy did nothing. Is this supposed to be a sequence item? Even at this point, the game has just decided to let me stop fighting people in favor of just trying to let me figure out what I'm supposed to do. Gordon can't jump any higher than Batman can. It seems like this would be your shot. Let me just push some other buttons to make sure there's not something I'm missing. Like, Batman in this game doesn't have any distinctive glide or anything. Are we supposed to be punching and breaking the bat cycle? What am I missing? Is this some weird glitch that is different than all the other weird glitches we've seen in the past. There's a Stan Lee to save, I think. This really goes to show where the whole thing of the idea of a DLC element in a Lego game falls apart terribly. Is I literally have no clue. Let's see. Minikit detector, quest detector. Let's see what that looks like now. And then that's just pointing towards Adam West. Without those distractions. The last thing that felt like we moved the story forward was here. Going here. And you don't walk through doors. You can't get over this fence. There's a tire here. But we can't pick up things either, so it's not like we're supposed to pick up a tire and make it reset. So it's really a question of what random Lego thing did we not break? Or what random Lego piece have we not moved into place? Yeah, to me, it seems like fairly obvious we should be able to break this more. But it's not breaking. Holding down Y does nothing. Holding down X lets you target your batarang. Holding down the B button lets bats appear and seems to do nothing else. Is there possibly some other extra thing? Fast build, studs on. Bat fight, captions off. Unlimited light, unlimited fuel, unlimited electricity, mini characters off. Yeah, it doesn't feel like there would be extras that would get in the way of this. A button just... Holding down A just jumps, and the same as tapping A. There's not an extra here that would stop enemies from appearing? So unless it was fast build, it was so fast here that it messed things up. I wonder if it really is a case where that tire was supposed to be all the way over here, even though we see 4 tires, and this piece was supposed to be in the pile. If we walk very carefully on the back side of this, there doesn't seem to be any other pieces. And generally speaking, there would be some pieces here. And it doesn't feel like there's no way to switch characters, so. Like you can't just get into free play mode without doing the story mode. So you have to do the story mode first. Is there any help option? Honestly, I thought this was going to be like a 10-minute thing. Alright, so you can jump and glide. So, yeah, that does make sense that Batman would be able to glide. So, am I supposed to jump and glide up and around to this point? That seems fairly awkward, if that's the actual goal. This might be a case where I set this to, like, I set this to 1080p, assuming that that would work, but this very well may be a case where, even without the micro stuttering issue that was very prevalent in the game, you might very well need to play this at its default resolutions of 720p. I'm not sure if that was full confirmation that was the case, but that did feel very awkward. But, yep. And this is definitely an example.
Asking a Joker why he was wearing a nurse's uniform. He babbled something about fan service, which, to tell you the truth, still puzzles me somewhat.
Yeah, that would certainly would puzzle me.
Well,
I think
that
part of
came
the
out as
problem
well as
with
could
the
be
Dark
expected.
Knight trilogy too
Gordon's
is this
making
is like
a
the third
Joker's in
movie.
prison, and Bruce managed to save half of Rachel's boyfriend. That Joker, he was a tough nut. I have to say, of all the people in lipstick Bruce has been up against, he was definitely the hardest. Now I've got to get back, put the tea on. Master Wayne will be starving after all that. I don't know. He can defuse a thermonuclear warhead, but can't grill his own fish fingers. Or pick his socks up off the bedroom floor, for that matter.
It's funny that said Harvey Dent. That said Harvey Dent on his shirt, but that was the Joker. That unlocked 2 achievements. Let's go ahead and skip this. Skip this. Skip this. Skip this. And skip this. We will now return to the Watchtower and we will try that level. Second time from free play mode. Yeah, they kind of painted themselves in a weird corner the way by having these levels be completely separate from each other and bespoke levels. Alright, we'll just pick Batman. They'll give us a collection of the other kind of characters we need.
Right then.
We'll go and skip this. So now in free play mode, you're just playing as Batman or Sinestro. Sinestro not able to destroy gold bricks, apparently. Well, let's see if Robin, no. This guy does. What is this, Bizarro Superman? Then you need Joker to blow up people. Actually, I guess we didn't need Joker for that. And I imagine we'll just want to get through this whole sequence fairly quickly. This is not a good level, by the way. It is super short. It's getting interrupted and dragged out by the fact that you do have dialogue happening. But that's pretty much it. And I guess that's maybe why they painted themselves in that corner, is because they decided to make these very small levels that don't make sense in a bigger game. Like, I have no idea what the narrative would have been potentially for a Lego Batman 4. I mean, for a kids game, it pretty much has to be the Joker, or you could try and make something just focused on Two-Face or something, but it would have to be a big guy that then brought in a lot of other bad guys. You're not going to have Man-Bat or Calendar Man be your main bad guy. That took forever. But there's enough crazy capers certainly you could write about to have on the Lego Batman 4 where Joker is trying to do something silly, and it could be incredibly silly, like Joker stealing the Statue of Liberty and painting the face in Harley Quinn makeup or something. You could bring in Harley Quinn, I guess, maybe, and have a game just focused around her specifically. There is, I suppose, an argument towards the idea of one of the newer one of the newer cartoons like Lego DC Superheroines or Teen Titan Go, and having a Lego game around that concept. What is this, Black Canary? This guy is glitched. You can see how the pieces are just all over the place. And then I don't think you really even have a prompt. We've got characters getting stuck. We've got characters all over the place. There. Yeah, this is an incredibly short sequence. And honestly, it's not a sequence I particularly remember from the Dark Knight trilogy movie series. So, that also plays a role. Yeah, I think I'm playing as Raven now. Yeah. It probably would be a smart move for them to make a Lego Teen Titans game instead of trying to just do another Batman game. Honestly, anything they could do to get a better... oh, it's magnetic. I thought you were going to break it with a... I thought you were going to break them with some kind of sonic ability. You need something that would fire water. Or ice, I guess. Am I supposed to be freezing this stuff? So you have to kind of wait a long time to do the freeze stuff. You can fly around as Superman, and then immediately the Superman music kicks in. Which probably helps a decent amount. As far as
I knew I'm TV's Adam West. Don't suppose you could lend me a hand?
I guess we're looking for Canary to break glass. Doesn't seem like it wants to break the glass though. It does seem like it kind of locks in that general direction. Like, it's not letting me re-aim the Canary screen, but the glass is not vibrating like it normally would. This seems to be a Batman thing, it says. Alright, Batman. Interesting. Batman in his Sonic suit. Maybe that's what we do. Yeah, you have to press the other button. Okay, good to know. Here we need Sinestro, I suppose, since he would be the one with the closest thing to a Green Lantern ability. And he's going to make a Thor's hammer to smash that and give us the next mini kit. As far as squeezing down, I guess that's Raven. She can just squeeze through there. When she does, she pushed out the other character. And then I suppose it's just a question about whose ability this would be. Let's see if we can land here. I think pretty much anybody can hack anything. So we don't have to worry about that with the extras. So it's this shiny silver that we're gonna need to shoot. So who has a explosive gun that can take out shiny silver pieces? It's funny, Robin does seem to do the zonk sound effects, but nobody else does. Alright, well, I think the guy with the shiny silver was probably the bazooka nurse Joker. And I switched out of that character, so he seems to not be on the list anymore. And we'll have to remember that anytime we see something that's not there, that's probably means there's something explosive above it. Wow, that is really slow. It's not. Did I turn fast build off? Yes, I did. Let's turn that back on. Make sure we have everything else of importance on. Okay. So we've saved Adam West, we've gotten True Superhero, we've gotten all 10 of the mini kits. I think at that point that means we've done everything. So we'll just finish the story. This incredibly short 2-scene section. The only reason why this content wouldn't have been left for Lego Batman 4 is because they knew they weren't going to make a Lego Batman 4. In all fairness, game trilogies are the way in which things usually go, so I could see them deciding to, instead of making a Lego Batman 4, just try and reboot Lego Batman, but they frankly didn't have the resources to do either. So they sold it as DLC for what I would consider worse, not better. Right. There's all these spiders running around from Sinestro. I think, yeah, we gotta grapple this last piece. See if we can assemble the last piece of the thing we needed. Yep. Those were the last components. And then we pretty much just hold down the X button. Don't even have to tab it. I can't really complain about Lego games being too simplistic as far as button presses. They are kids' games. They should be fairly easy. But I certainly can complain that there was only 42 minutes worth of content in this game because I spent 10 minutes being confused, if not 20.
Joker's in prison.
Yeah, he has like a Harvey Dent campaign sticker on his shirt, which doesn't really get explained. And that was one more achievement called Why So Serious. Meanwhile, we have nothing we can do with this 11 billion studs, so it's kind of pointless to be continually collecting them. Yep. The fact that you are above a billion, above 10 billion, shows that this game went on too long. And I can't imagine a parent would buy the Game of the Year edition with all the DLC and the season pass of all of this game and then expect a kid to not just play it all the way through beginning to end, 100%ing the game. Either that or they're going to get bored and never play the game again. I don't even really know where things are. So if I were to, say, run this way to a control room, I don't think there's like any real anything. That some of these are shortcuts to other areas, certainly, like portals that would teleport you to other areas. And then you have Agent Coulson here, who no longer matters because the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is a TV show that's run its course and been pretty much completely ignored by the wait a minute, why would Agent Coulson be in the DC universe? Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, I guess that's not Agent Coulson. It's just...
Hey,
You finished the story,
That's Conan
huh?
O'Brien.
Guess you're about ready to hang up your cape and call it a night then, right?
Yeah,
Wrong.
Conan O'Brien, not even
Don't
relevant.
forget about all that free play stuff you can do.
Like, talk about really not relevant. Alright, well, I guess we'll have a few more episodes we'll make going through this DLC, and then that'll be that. This world map was later used in one of the Marvel games, and it wasn't done particularly better that way. I guess this one's more of a universe map, whereas it was actually a world map in the Marvel game. Just, yeah. This is a concept that I think falls apart particularly poorly when you compare it to the just large overworld section that is in the Lego Marvel Superheroes games. Gotham, I think, does exist in Lego Batman 2, so I don't know if it's just completely missing in this game or what. Like, I'm looking around here, and it does not feel like there's a way to get to Gotham City. Big Trouble in Little Gotham is a mini-scale version of Gotham. And then these big planets possibly would be something more. Yeah, I don't think there's a Gotham here. Like, there's a Bat Cave that's an area, and then there's just levels that also had extra challenges and red bricks that won't be in the DLC. And yeah, I would say Lego Arkham City, which is the game I just finished playing, had a problem in the fact that it was worse than Lego Arkham Asylum, which was the first game in the series. And then Lego Batman 3 kind of has that same issue, where Lego Batman 2, being the only Lego Batman game that actually had a Gotham City you could run around in, from what I can tell and what I can remember, is way better than Lego Batman 3. Like, all of Lego Batman 3 could have potentially been DLC for a Lego Batman 2, but there's no reason to do that, particularly in Lego games. Like, even if you look at the collectibles here, it's not a high number compared to Lego Star Wars. 250 gold bricks is like less than half of Lego Star Wars. I think there's about 600 gold bricks between the original series and the prequels. And by the time the Star Wars remake happens, it'll be 9 movies plus the Clone Wars, if they want to put some events from the Clone Wars, plus the events of any other Star Wars property they want to include. So yeah, even coming back years later, it feels like Lego Batman 3 was a little bit cheaper and a little bit smaller in scale than you would like it to be. Anyways, I did not want to go 50 minutes per episode, so that's going to be it for this recording. This won't be a long series since we're just catching up. As soon as I get all the achievements, I am done. You could certainly go back and watch the main story and the main coverage of Lego Batman 3 on my channel. There's a playlist, like there is a playlist for every series on my YouTube channel. But yeah, you more than likely will have to put up with me whining about the micro stuttering and put up with watching the micro stuttering. It's hard. It's pretty much impossible in my mind to justify going back and playing the Lego games just because of the micro stuttering footage. I have too many other games new that I'd like to play, or games I've never played before. I have even still several Lego games that I'd like to play before I even began to think about the idea of going back and playing something I had already covered. Yep. that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.